What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, we have another Junkyard Diecast review today. It's a 2008 Kasey Kahne Budweiser COT. And yes, it has seen much better days. Let's go on off the Diecast review. Alright, folks, right into today's Diecast review. And check out this roached Diecast. I really love these Junkyard Diecast, man, and you know what, we're going to try a couple of these reviews on YouTube, see how they do, see if y'all like them or not. You know, it's something a little different than always doing the brand new stuff, but this thing has seen much better days. Wow. So not only is the wheels missing from it, the spoiler, which was the COT wing, that thing is completely broken off. Yeah, it is in the engine, well... There we go. The engine is missing as well, so that's been pulled from the car. Oh, look at that. Look at the underneath of the hood. That is so cool. Wow. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into today's Diecast review. Got to give a shout out to Little Wrangler 3 on YouTube, another NASCAR Diecast channel. He does some amazing NASCAR Diecast content. Make sure to check him out. He sent me this car for free, so go ahead and tap in. I got his YouTube channel down in the description. You can go ahead and subscribe to him. And let's continue with the Diecast review. So you got the Budweiser King of Beers logo. They made two variants of Kasey Kahne's car in 2008. You have the youth version, which just says Kasey Kahne on it, which is a very overproduced car. And then you had the Budweiser car. And for whatever reason, you could only get the Budweiser car in the Winner Circle Daytona 500 line, I think it was. I think it was the Daytona 500 2008 version. I don't know why they chose such an obscure way to distribute it, but it was also the one COT I've ever seen produced to have a black window net, and it was the plastic one. I don't know why, but they did so. You got the front windscreen here. It has seen much better days. I want to say this is verbatim the exact same plastic molding, like in terms of the shape, that is used on the traditional Winner Circle COTs. Naturally, with this being a Elite 164 or a Platinum one, whichever you want to coin it as, they have the printed window detail, which I think nowadays we're kind of spoiled on because almost every single 164 has window detail on it. This was something that was not common on Action Winner Circle Diecast. So as we mentioned, the interior, or I say interior, but the engine is completely stripped out. You can see where there was the axle right there. You can see the little two axle slots. And there's supposed to be some plastic bars that go around where the engine is. That has been pulled as well. I think Little Wrangler 3 went ahead and he probably used it for some cool customs. Go over to the front of the diecast. You have the number 9 right there. Get whatever's left of the other headlight. There is some Grove Street bullet holes on this thing. Even the hood is jacked up. You got a bunch of bullet holes on the front contingencies here. The front splitter has seen better days. You do have the little the brackets on the splitter that are painted. That is pretty cool. Go to the left side of the diecast, get the number 9, iconic Evernham number 9. A shout out to Dodge. I sincerely hope they're coming back to NASCAR after, what, like 13 years of just being away from the sport. I really hope the rumors are true. Maybe you're watching this in the 2030s and are like, yeah, they were true. Or maybe you're saying, no, they weren't. Who knows? You got some scratches on the side panel here. What's interesting is I've seen so many Kasey Kahne 9 cars that have verbatim the exact same damage on the number 9. I don't know why, but that one decal just really, it just, what's the right word for it? It scrapes off easily. I don't know why, but it's the outlining to it. I've seen that so many times on the Kasey Kahne 9 cars. The outlining just scrapes off. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Maybe it was a factory defect that allowed them to be easier to scratch off. Who knows? Got Dodge dealers there. Freightliner, I think. Budweiser, Stanley. You got the little measuring tape. B-post decal. Kasey Kahne signature. Got NASCAR race car. Got the Sprint Cup Series. Oh my goodness, that's a throwback. I love that. Holly, Mechanics Wear 3M, USG, EA Sports, Mac Tools, Jegs, whatever's left of the Goodyear decal, Dow Chemical, DirecTV, Stant Denso Auto Meter. Go to the back end of the diecast here, and you got the Great American Lager there, Charger. Now, the winglets on these platinum COTs were really, really fragile. I mean, there's going to probably get to a point where you won't even be able to move the car inside of the plastic clamshell when they're factory sealed because it probably will break the plastic. Like if it was this fragile when you opened it up in 2008 when it was, 5 months from the factory, imagine how it's going to be when it becomes 20 years old and the plastic has, naturally it is worn. Plastic ages, it gets more brittle. Regardless how you store it, plastic is not made to last a very, very long time. So it would probably be a good idea to just, not even touch the spoilers on these things in the years to come. They did change it in 2010. They went kind of to a winter circle style spoiler where it's like one solid casting. Not as realistic, but certainly much better in terms of integrity. You got Simeon's there in number 9. On the right side of the diecast, and I think the actual molding for the car, the actual diecast shell, minus the cow flaps and the hood opening portion, but I believe it's the same as the normal winter circle casting and this little TV camera spot right there. Everything else is the same. So that is kind of interesting. So you can swap the windows out. I've seen some people do that where they they take the windows out of this, which I might do that one day. They're not extremely terrible damage. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of scratches and stuff. But you can fit this into like a normal winter circle Kasey Kahne car or something. And congratulations, now you have extra window detail, and it's the closed casted version. Go to the top of the car. I mean, you got some dirt, you got some grime. It looks like something was spilled on it. I mean, you can see the outlining. It almost looks like someone dropped like Coca-Cola or something on it. Again, it's a junkyard car for a reason, and I freaking love it. Let me know what y'all think about these diecast reviews. Do y'all want me to do more of these junkyard ones, or do you prefer just only the new stuff? Let me know. I am always trying to come up with new ways for the channel to make it better for y'all. Whatever y'all want to watch, let me know, fellas. And you got over here on the deck lid, Budweiser. So this card actually does come apart. You have 2 screws. You have one here and one here, but just like the 124s, you see one of these screws is actually hidden under a plastic plate. So we're going to remove that, and then we're going to go ahead and take it apart. And notice this right here. There's also another screw that is on the middle right here. I'm assuming it came on a plastic base because it's a Budweiser car. That is interesting. But where's the other screw? Oh, I see. I'm an idiot. So yeah, there's 4 screw holes on this car. That is crazy. And also, peep the bottom portion of the interior. You got like that heat-treated gold-colored exhaust. Wait, does that say 2008 or 2009? I think it's actually 2009, fellas. Yeah. That's crazy. So I said 2008. I think that says 2009 there, the Chrysler thing. I'll do some research. I think it actually is 2009. So excuse me for that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this little panel off. We're gonna show it on camera because I might not ever get another one of these in the studio. I don't know. So I want to show it. And it's a junk car, so I could care less if this breaks something. So you kind of, the same way you would do with the 124s, you would take a tool and then kind of just pry it open. There's usually 2 prongs that kind of hold it together like that. And then you just disassemble it right there. Literally exactly how the 124s are. Like verbatim, that is exactly how the 124s are. You have your 2 plastic prongs right here where it is factory sealed, and then naturally you have your main screw there. So we're going to go ahead and take it apart. I'm going to try this all on camera because I think these Elite 164s from yesteryear, they're so freaking cool. And what's amazing about these? They overproduced the Gen 4 variants of these cars to the cows come home. I kid you not, fellas. If you go and look for like a 2002 Kevin Harvick primary paint scheme made in the Elite 160, or not Elite 164, but it's the hood open one. It's pretty much an Elite 164. Anyways, if you look at the packaging, it says it's one of 50,000. Think about that. Imagine one of 50,000. You could buy probably 100 of them things, and it wouldn't put a dent in the overall production run of that car. And you could use them for whatever you want. You can modify them. I mean, imagine making like wrecked versions with the Elite 164 like that. How much detail you could do. And the thing is, you don't hurt like the collectability of it because there's so many of them, right? All right, I think we might have gotten this one. There we go. This screw was a little bit difficult to get off the car. There we go. And it looks like there's even rust. Is that rust or is that paint? That looks like rust. I could be tripping. I don't know. That's interesting. And this one just naturally just comes apart like this. Bam. And then let's take a quick little look here. I'm curious, was that rust or was that paint? I can't tell. Where's the screw at? Oh, boy. Maybe it was just paint because it has kind of a red texture to it. So, I don't know, but that's the undercarriage to it. Look how cool it is, man. That is so awesome. This is like verbatim the exact way the Xfinity cars are assembled. You have two main, or like you have a couple main rivets right here that lock the mechanism that has the hood opening. This is verbatim how the Xfinity 124s are at the time of this video in 2025. Anyway, so here is the main portion of the car that makes it unique, and that is the interior. And let me tell you, there is so much detail for it. Like, so if you find this stuff amazing, guys, you could pick up a ton of the hood opening 164s from the 2000s. There's a megalodon of them around. Like I said, there's like 50,000 of just Kevin Harvick's 2002 primary. Imagine how many Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s. Imagine how many Michael Waltrips. How, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Labonte's, Tony Stewart. There's a freaking megalodon. I seen, I think it was a year 2000 Mike Skinner, like hood open 164, and I think it had like 10 to 15,000 made. I could not believe it. So I'm just saying there's plenty of cool stuff out there. So this has a fabric window net, which again, just like the 124s, fantastic stuff right there. Now this one has sun weathering, it looks like, and this is how you can tell. See the side portion of the plastic right here? Let me use my broken scissors because why not? This little area right here is the neutral color of plastic. But this area right here, where it's actually exposed because it's right where the window height is, notice how it's a little bit of a different texture. That means this has aged from sunlight or some sort of extreme heat, because this portion down here is the normal color, but this portion, this is actually this part right here I'm tapping, that is a separate portion of the roll cage. But you can see this door panel is a different color. So however this car was stored, it was somewhere around sunlight, and naturally the area that's actually exposed because of the window height, it's going to be a little bit yellowed. But that's just kind of how the science behind plastics and how they yellow. Again, you can see a lot of dirt and grime. You can see little plastic pieces that were broken off. I'm assuming Little Ranger 3, shout out to Andrew, he probably clipped those off to make something really cool with it. And you can see the dashboard. I mean, that is so cool. If you ever wondered how a 164 dashboard is colored, well, there you go. You have the interior. These little interior hoses right here, the air hoses, are super cool, because if you were doing a damaged custom, you could pluck this off the car and glue it to the front valence. Like, let's say the whole front end was ripped off. You could make that like brake hoses. You could paint them orange or whatever. That is like super, super cool detail. And you got this little opening compartment back here. I don't know why they did this with the COT, but there's like a whole bunch of space right there. I mean, you could probably fit a Goodyear tire or something in there. It's crazy. But yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Love these hood open diecast. I prefer the closed casted ones myself, but the detail is incredible. Even the driver's seat is actually colored. I mean, that is just remarkable level of detail. There's probably even more when, like, maybe with the foot pedals. I can't really see it right now, but I imagine if you, like, you know, you took this piece off, you broke it or whatever, there's probably a lot more detail down there that I don't even know exists. That just shows you how amazing some of these 164s are. It's just fantastic. Thank you all for watching this Junkyard Diecast review. Thank you all for all the love and support for the channel. I mean, the channel numbers have been just absolutely bananas. Over, what, 260 people have subscribed last month. Channel records smashed. I can't even believe it. It's just insanity. So I say thank you all again for that. I don't get the glory for it. God does, because I sure don't deserve it. So I say thank you all so much for it, man. I appreciate it. All the love and support for the channel. And let me know if y'all want me to do more of these Junkyard Diecast reviews. If you do, you got to give it a thumbs up. You know, I'm going to test it and see how these videos do. If y'all like them, I'll do more of them. If not, well, we'll find something else. Just keeping it real. Thank y'all for watching. Have a blessed one. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.